Alright, so short answer first. Just like the title says, don't pick a career, pick a skill set. And there's a reasoning behind the logic, the reasoning being the long answer. And by the end of this video, you'll have a better understanding and you'll be able to come up with your own answer. So first of all, let's talk about the problems of picking a career. 1. Your dream job might not have been invented yet. There are very few careers that have been there forever and will still be there in the future. Based on how the world is changing, there's a very high chance that your dream job will be invented somewhere in the next 5 to 10 years. Let's just take a look at this graphic real quick. It shows you the rise of tourism in Bali over the years. As you can see, there's a big spike starting to happen somewhere around 2004. You know what happened then? That's when social media happened. People started posting photos and videos from Bali, and everyone got to see how cool the place is, leading to an explosion in tourism. And not long after, a new job appeared out of thin air: the travel influencer. Governments and other local entities paid people with good followings to make content for them. Hell, even we received some offers based on our short travel series. In hindsight, it seemed really obvious that it's a cool job some people would love to have, but nobody could really prepare for that or even choose it beforehand. One thing every bright person can agree on is that no one is really sure what's about to happen and to what degree. Here's something to blow your mind. In 1900, people were still riding horses in the streets of New York, and just 69 years later, people landed on the moon. We kinda doubt there were any kids looking to be an astronaut in 1900. 2. A lot of jobs will disappear in the next 10 to 20 years. Just as brand new careers appear, more will become obsolete. There are very few evergreen jobs out there, and most of them are related to the basics of life: food, health, and protection. The rest of them are vulnerable to automation, which is a good thing. Naval Ravikant said something really interesting on this topic.
Robots would be doing everything from cleaning toilets to cooking food to flying airplanes to driving Ubers. And what would we be doing? We would be doing all creative jobs to entertain each other and researching science and technology.
And we agree on that. In a fully automated world in which robots take over everything, all that's left to do is to just have fun and build better robots. Now, of course, this is easier said than done, but the world is very slowly moving toward that point, which makes one thing clear: even those evergreen careers will eventually be automated. Remember how the time frame between horse and rocket was just over 50 years? And the world is moving faster than it was back then. The pace of technological progress speeds up exponentially. The world seems like it's moving faster because it actually is. At the same time, a lot of careers are being reinvented. Let's take a look at the good old farmer. It ain't much, but it's honest work. Except now it looks more like this. And okay, we're not experts on vertical farming, but let's say you own one of those. Are you a farmer or an engineer? Which career did you pick? 3. The workplace is going through a big change. In the last year, 47 million US workers called it quits. Imagine the entire country of Spain just up and quitting their job. There's a massive shift happening in the workforce, and a new wave is coming. What will that wave look like? 4-day work weeks? Different types of jobs? Who knows? We'll have to live and see. Here's a funny story. Goldman Sachs, the multinational investment bank, demanded all employees get back to the office. Yeah, guess how many showed up? If you want to go deeper into the story of the big quit, you'll find out that among the ones quitting their jobs, there were a lot who also shifted careers entirely. Spending more time at home made them realize the careers they've been working so hard on didn't actually bring them any fulfillment that they hoped for. According to Harvard Business Review, some companies responded to this by increasing the quality of the jobs with better pay and better benefits. McDonald's, for example, ended 2021 with more employees than it started with. Now, you might not strive for a job at McDonald's, but what you can learn from this is that recent events are forcing companies to rethink their job offerings. And we've yet to see the full impact of this on the labor market, which makes choosing a career now even more unclear. 4. People look at careers like a tattoo on their forehead. Can you pick the wrong thing the first time you do it? Most likely. People have difficulty picking a career because they have the impression that they'll be doing that for the rest of their life. With that much pressure on your shoulders, the process of picking the right thing is huge. But it's fake pressure, and changing careers down the road really isn't that hard. Nor does it make you a fraud for picking the wrong thing in the first place. All of this social pressure regarding this is totally fake. Truthfully, it just takes some courage, a word you don't hear so often nowadays. If you struggle picking a career right now, it's because you haven't figured out what life is about. And the good news is you never truly will, which is a blessing in disguise. Which brings us to our next point: picking a skill set. First of all, notice how we said skill set, not a skill. Don't focus too much on the career itself and think more about the actual thing that you'll be doing. If you go back to what Naval said, he noted that everyone should have science or engineering skills. But since not everybody wants to become a scientist or an engineer, here's the next best thing. Learn a skill set you can see yourself doing for the next 5 years that's monetizable. Why 5 years? Because you'll probably need to change after that to keep up with the world and also not get bored. A skill set is a group of skills that work well together and make you unique, valuable, and hard to replace. Out of those, you'll eventually find something to double down on and get really good at. Your career will shift as you go. You should be comfortable with the idea that what you learn now can carry you for 3 to 5 years. But after that, you might need to switch gears. Picking a skill set allows you flexibility. Nobody cares what your job title is. They only care about what you know how to do. So, how do you pick the right skill set for you? Well, first of all, anyone can learn anything. It's just a matter of education. So don't put yourself in the box of, I would never be able to do that. Secondly, find what you're naturally good at. Now, you might be doing stuff that you're bad at or don't really enjoy in the meantime. Don't expect to find something you're really good at on your first try. You might be working 2 to 3 different jobs before you find your thing. And lastly, and we know this might sound kind of corny, but you don't pick a career. A career picks you based on what you know how to do. There are a lot of things that you don't know. So the best thing to do is to focus on your skill set and what makes you happy. We hope you found this video valuable, A-Luxers. If you have more suggestions on what you'd like to see us make a video on, please leave them in the comments. And for the true A-Luxers who always stay until the end, of course, you're getting a bonus. We know we're gonna get a lot of shit for this one, but here it goes anyway. If you want to have an exceptionally good work-life balance, you will have none of it in the early years. That's unfortunately just how it is, and there's no real way around it. If you want to kickstart your life, you will need an optimal level of obsession about it. You will know if you're on the right path if that obsession comes naturally. In your life, you will have moments of, wait, what's that? I want to do that. Your curiosity spikes through the roof, and that's all you can think about. You can't stop reading about it. You ask everyone about it, and you start being a little bit obsessed. Your friends roll their eyes every time you bring it up, and you bring it up a lot. When those moments happen, chase after them. Sure, they might not lead to anything, or they might lead to the career of your life. Thanks for watching this video, A-Luxer. We hope you found it valuable. For even more value every single day, download the A-Lux app. It's like a high-performance coach right in your pocket. Find it in the Play Store, the App Store, or by going to alux.com/app.